What's up, everybody? Back again with working on my Chevelle. I got some parts. Got the alternator bracket. I got the starter here. With a mini starter for actually setting up for the new motor. Got some wires. Alternator. I got the MSD 6AL box, so we should be able to actually get this thing fired up and running. I got the pulley too. So I'm gonna get started on. Not even sure where to start. I think I'm gonna start by putting this alternator bracket. I get this alternator bolted up, get the pulley on. Start there, and then I want to put the distributor in it, but I want to prime the oil system first because this engine has no oil in it. I don't know when the last time it had oil in it, so definitely gonna prime it. So I'm not gonna put the distributor in tonight. I got out here a little bit late. It was supposed to be out here earlier today, but unfortunately had other things to do. So, but we're gonna get a lot done tonight, and hopefully have this thing running in another day or two. Should have everything. Shouldn't be any reason why I can't crank this thing over. So within a couple hours from now, I should be able to put the battery, connect the battery, and have power going to it. So I'm not gonna crank it because I want to prime it first. But yeah, we're gonna get started. So we got some more parts here. I got the dipstick, oil bracket, new water pump pulley, the oil pressure line, let's see there. Oh yeah. I got the bolts and the grommets for the wiper motor to go put that on. We need wipers because we're daily this thing. I think that's all the parts we got in this box. A nice Summit sticker. Add that to the collection. I think that's it. So I'm going to try out this pulley. I want to see if this pulley even fits. So we'll see if this fits the right. Hopefully it lines up with the other pulleys. Because if not, I don't know what we're going to do. I'm all out of pulleys. Let's see what happens. Alright, look at that. Well, it looks like it's going to work. Let's see. So the pulley looks perfect. I think it's going to line up just right with the power steering and the crank pulley. So I think we'll be in good shape there. So now I'm going to try and get this alternator bracket installed. All right, so we went with a different style alternator bracket. I had to go use this one because the intake manifold we're running a Victor Jr. intake. So with that, you can see the stock bracket. Stock bracket's not going to bolt up. There's nothing to bolt it up to on this side. It just hits the intake. Not going to work. So we're going to use this style bracket, which should go from here, I believe. I got to check. I'm pretty sure it goes from here to the top of the alternator. So I'm going to get the alternator out and start bolting it up. And obviously I'm gonna put the camera down for a minute because I can't do it with one hand. So I'll be back in a minute. All right, so there's a new bracket. Went pretty well, works pretty good. Still gotta go and get belts, forgot about those, but not a bad setup. So that solved that problem. So we'll probably gonna jack this thing up and get underneath it and put the starter on, so I can get some actual power. Get some power going through here pretty soon. I can hook this alternator wiring up, starter wires, and we're good. We can connect the battery, see what we got, see what's going on, and then we got other stuff to do. So we get to it. All right, Here's the new starter. It's a little mini starter. I'll give you a little, we'll do a little comparison. Hold on one second. Here's a regular size starter. Gigantic. Here's the little starter. Mini starter. Huge difference. So I'm gonna go put this little guy up there, and I'll see you in a few. All right, so starter's not bolting up. Small block Chevy usually comes with 2 bolt patterns for both starters. This one, for whatever reason, does not. Don't understand that. Gonna have to figure that part out. So I'm not putting the starter in. I may have to just go buy a stock one. But I went to the store in the meantime, got the oil filter. Got it from AutoZone. Had to ask the guy for a part number, so it's probably wrong. And this is ridiculous. Clamps. I needed a couple clamps. Got about a package of them. Used to be able to go to a parts store and just grab them off the rack there. And they were cheap. These are not cheap. And they're made in Mexico, so good luck with that. Got my thermostat. Hopefully that's the right part number. I have no faith in Advanced Auto or AutoZone at all whatsoever. I go there in an emergency situation. The only time you'll see me there, it's not really an emergency tonight. I'm trying to get my car fired up, and at least, I mean, if I can't get the starter bolted up, at least want to prime the oil system. So I'm going to put oil in it. I got to take an old distributor apart. I'm going to use that for a primer tool. I don't have the regular prime tool. I never did. I used the distributor, which I don't think I have anymore, so I'm going to dissect another one. But yeah, it's kind of ridiculous. Trying to put something together around here is just, it's so hard. Unless you have a bunch of gearhead friends, you know, that are into the same thing you're into, you're basically screwed. You're gonna buy brand new. You're gonna be constantly ordering parts. You can't get nothing from AutoZone. You try to get parts from AutoZone, Advanced Auto. They always tell you they gotta order them, and if they gotta order them, then I can go order them too from Rock Auto and get them for half the price. So they've gone up so high in their prices, it's ridiculous now. So I try not to go there. Sometimes I have to. Sometimes I'll go there and grab something, but it's so bad. I went to Walmart the other day to try to get oil for this. I wanted regular 10W30, regular motor oil, and they had they had everything but that. So they were out of engine oil, but it's like half the price from the parts store. So, and I couldn't even look up the oil filter number because my car's, you know, you go back so old for a small block. I'm not, you know, I haven't been messing around with cars in a while, so not sure what the part number was. I used to memorize it, but it's been so long I don't remember. So I got to look it up, and looking stuff up, you know, they got books most places, and the book don't go back that far. You can ask them to do it, but you don't know if you're gonna, you know, you don't know what you're getting from when they do it. So it's a nightmare. But anyways, so we'll drop the car back down, and I'm gonna start doing some stuff up top. I'm gonna mount my 6AL box. We already had one on here. I took it off, as I said before. Got rid of all my small block stuff, my ignition system, the whole 9 yards. So I had to buy a brand new ignition system. So I did. I got the distributor, got the box, coil, got everything I needed. So get that done tonight. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to fire it up tonight. So I may have to go buy another starter. I'm going to buy an original for this engine because it doesn't have the second hole. So, but for right now, we're going to get as far as we could between tonight, tomorrow, and I'm trying to get this car fired up and get it out of the garage, you know. I definitely want to drive it. I miss driving it. So, it's going to be my daily from now on for a while. So, Definitely want to get it done. I want to get it out. So I'm going to get as far as I can tonight, and I'll show you guys as much as I possibly could. Again, you know, I got a tripod. I don't have somebody to hold the camera for me, and so I'm going to do what I can, film as much as I can, but we'll see what happens. We'll get as far as we can go. All right, so we got the thermostat in. You can actually kind of see it if I shine the light the right way. The seat's in there. And we got our oil pressure line done. It's ran. So we're good there. We got oil in the engine. Gotta get the oil filter on now. Which means I gotta go back on there, so I gotta jack the car back up, but I'm gonna get to that in a few minutes or a little later. I'm gonna start mounting my MSD over here on the firewall. You can see the old grommets from the old one. So I'm gonna replace those with the new ones and set the new MSD up. So I'll be back. All right, so got the alternator done. We got the dipstick tube in, that's done. Started putting the MSD box on. I got to re-drill the holes because they don't line up with the new box. I guess the old one, maybe, I don't know, might have been a little different, but they're not lining up. So to finish drilling those up, got to figure out my starter. I have all the other parts. I got the wires sitting there, right there. Distributors in the other room. They got oil, put oil in it. The filter, so we're gonna prime it next. It's like 10 o'clock at night. I'm about done for tonight. We don't have much more to do. I gotta get the belts. I think I have them, but if I have to order them, I'll order them. But we're pretty close. Getting ready to fire this thing up finally. Got the clamps on. Thermostat's in. Not much more to go. Yeah, not too much more to do. We're almost ready to fire this thing up. We have just about everything we need. Just got a couple things to figure out, no big deal. So, we should have this running pretty soon. I would say in a few days. Not as fast as I wanted it to be, but close enough. As soon as this car fires up and it's running, I'm gonna get a windshield for it. Get that done. I'll put a stereo on it, and then I'm gonna start dailying it. As soon as the car leaves the garage, the '67 Mustang's coming around. So if you want to see that, stick around. We got body work and paint work to do on that. The car was I got it here in pieces. I put the whole car together and then took it all apart. I had to put it together because I had to find everything and make sure everything was there. A lot of brand new parts went on the car. Put an engine trainee in it. Everything is done, but I had to blow it apart for paint. So took it all apart for paint. Ended up starting to work a lot of hours, starting to work 7 days a week. So never got it painted. I set it aside. Snuck another car in here to try to get it done. That was that Camaro, and I started working like crazy hours. So never got a chance to get the Camaro done, which means the Mustang didn't get done. So the Mustang's coming back around. We're gonna get the body work done. We're gonna get all the paint work done on it, and hopefully get the car out. I think once we're done and the car's running and driving, I'm probably gonna bring it back in and out a few times to get some more work done on it, different things. But it's my uncle's car, so we still gotta get trimmed, some emblems to replace some of the old stuff, but car's all there. Yeah, it's ready for body work and paint. So that's where we left off on that. And that's going to come back around when this one leaves, as soon as my chevelle is done. And so we'll get that done. And I still got more work to go on a Trans Am. We had to pull the engine back out of it, which might be another video tomorrow, possibly. We may end up doing some work on that. I have to wait for my son to work on a Trans Am because it's his car and he wants to build it. So I'm kind of like the supervisor, but there'll be another Trans Am video coming. We got a lot of parts for it, and we're making progress on it. When my son is home, anyway, he works a lot, so yeah, and we'll bring that Camaro back in probably too. I got some work done on the Camaro in the last video. Still got to finish up on that. The weather should be changing pretty soon to warmer, so might be doing some work outside as well. But we got to get there first. But yeah, we did all right today. Got some work done. Like I said, we got all the parts to finish the chevelle, so it's just time now. I'm by myself. I don't have any help, so doing everything, whatever I can. We got a lot of projects going on over here, so. But right now, I got to get the chevelle done because I need it on the road. So, we'll probably see you tomorrow in another video. Possibly the chevelle, maybe the Trans Am. I have no idea what I'm doing. But we'll be working on something. Anyways, I'll see you later.